Today, I have the pleasure of talking to my amazing client, Christie. Thank you for being here, Christie. I appreciate you being willing to share your experiences and learnings and results from the program with us. I'd love to know where you were in terms of your career, your job search, your life situation before we started working together.
After months of that job search, I had yielded only one interview. So I was incredibly stressed out, and I was actually really afraid to voice my deepest fear. I had said it once quietly to my partner. What if my experience doesn't translate? What if my experience isn't valued on this market? And I also felt really unsure about how to share some of my past wins in a way that really communicated the scope and the scale of experiences that I had, which included building concept to launch products, enhancing existing products, working B2C and B2B. I remember saying to you that one of my early goals was I need to get more interviews. I was frankly pretty scared about this job search.
How are you feeling today about that goal and having completed the program?
I've had a steady uptick of interviews in the last month, as from companies that I'm applying to. So to me, what that speaks is that my resume is in a better situation than it was before I started the program. My LinkedIn profile is in a better situation than it was, and my strategies for applying and outreach are more effective than they were.
What are the top three results, Christy, that you've seen working with me and the group together in this program?
I'm concurrently interviewing for four different positions. I'm still hearing back from jobs that I applied for a month ago. I know how to prepare for hiring manager interviews, panel interviews, and more. And I'm really using that as I continue my search. Um, I think another thing that I got out of this program, it wasn't something you explicitly taught to the cohort, but in our one-on-ones, really thinking about what my goals were has allowed me to spot a job that I don't want. Working with you on that felt better than just the generalized advice for this stage of my career.
Could you share with us a little bit of a glimpse into the program? Because people always look at the website and wonder, well, what does this really look like, right? And also what made it effective?
For me, the biggest as thing as an ed tech specialist is that you're really using the full range of learning experiences to create durable learning. So there's the one-on-ones. There's also the cohort, right? So learning with peers. I get to observe my peers as they're doing practical application of their skills. And that puts things in my back pocket of like, oh, I love the way they answered that. I'm gonna remember that. I got to do some mocks and get that feedback from them. There's videos, there's reading. So really that combination of all of the different ways of creating durable learning really stood out to me. I was really pleased that there was a full week of content on AI products and AI product management. That's something that whether or not it's touching you today, it's gonna touch you. It's changing the landscape for every business. So thinking about how to answer questions about AI products and how to think about AI products when you're on the job felt really valuable to me in this program.
Yeah.
I would say first, 8 weeks went by really fast. There was a lot of learning and it was all valuable. It kept me really engaged.
So if you had to think about who you would recommend the PM Level Up coaching program to, who would those people be?
Yeah, I think I want to point out that in our cohort, we had people who had never had a PM role who were looking for their first PM role. We had mid-career PMs looking to transition. We had some later stage career people in our cohort. So that whole range is available. Also, if you're a product strategy leader who has been maybe only in a limited set of industry setups, and you want to expand your industry vertical, or if you've worked in a certain set of frameworks and you want to make sure that your PM skills can travel across other frameworks and other working methodologies, This program has a really broad view on how to be a product manager and what product managers do that can apply in all of those situations.
So, what would you say to someone who's been watching this so far, Chrissy, and wondering, is this right for me?
This program really acts as a catalyst, not only to land those interviews, but to prepare for the role that you will get from those interviews. And so I feel really much more confident now than I did as a product manager a year ago. I used that payment plan option to make it work. And I really hope that if you're considering the program, that you'll consider your goals and then consider all this value that we're discussing as opposed to just the price tag.
So, if any of you are watching this and you are an experienced product manager or a product leader like Christy, or perhaps you're more of a mid-career, early career PM, or an aspiring PM, transitioning from a slightly different industry or field, I'm here to help you fast track your way to your next PM role and increase your income and impact without all that stress and overwhelm. And I'll be happy to meet with you for a 15-minute free career brainstorm call where we can talk about your goals, your obstacles, and creating a game plan or a strategy to help you get to your goals as fast as possible. And then one quick call out before we end is that our PM Level Up program has several cohorts running throughout the year. There's one coming up really soon in just a few weeks, and we have a few spots remaining. As Christy mentioned, these are small group cohorts that I run. They are no more than 10 people currently, with a lot of personalized coaching and attention. So they fill up fast. And if you are still thinking about how do I get more interviews or how do I build more confidence in case study behavior interviews or my PM skills overall, and how do I get my next job faster, then click the link in the description below and book that 15-minute call. And I look forward to talking to you soon. So with that, Christy, coming back to you. This has been just an incredible experience working with you so far, and I'm excited for what is next for you. So thank you for being
Thank
here.
you so much. Yeah, thank you.